there, my name is and I'm bringing you this emergency Bitcoin update. And currently the situation is very, very interesting. So if you're into crypto, into Bitcoin, you really want to watch this video from the beginning till the end. And as always, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button right now and also that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. Very important. And also down in the description of this video, you'll find a link to my free Telegram channel so that and go ahead and subscribe to it right now so that you're always alerted when the market is on the move. And today, the Bitcoin, as we expected yesterday, did not go down, and there is a reason for it. I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to show you also the price levels, the price targets, and all the logical and reasonable expectations from my personal professional opinion that you could have in terms of cryptocurrencies right now. So watch this video till the end. And as always, please smash that like button. We've gotten more than 2,500 likes on one of the recent videos. This channel is simply exploding, all thanks to you guys and girls and my dear subscribers and followers. So thank you so much for all the support, and please keep commenting down below. And always, whenever you start watching the video, hit the like button right away so that it gets into the algorithms and we get the attention that we deserve with this channel. Thank you so much in advance. And small announcement, the winners of Crowlow Trading Show have just arrived in Dubai. So follow me on Instagram if you're not following me on Instagram yet, because all of those people are going to be disclosed fully on Instagram, and everything that we're doing right now with cameramen and a bunch of cars going to the airports and getting into the hotel, it's incredible. So I mean, I'm in the middle. I slept like 3 hours tonight. So okay, but all of that on my Instagram. So go and find me on Instagram. Now, what is going on with my short trade? Because as you might remember from the previous video, I shorted Bitcoin, and obviously it retraced. And again, proper risk and money management. My stop loss was around $900. So if it would have been triggered around $43,000 of Bitcoin price, I would have lost about $900. But me being Thomas Crowlow, my risk and money management is on point. So let me show you my closed trade. Obviously, I closed it with a very good reasoning. So here is my short trade, one Bitcoin. So it's like $42,000 short trade. Entry price $42,132, exit price $42,171. And so basically I lost $50 right here. So that's just basically losing on the commission itself. And if you're wondering, I'm trading on Bybit, and there it is on the wall. I do recommend, I love Bybit. And down in the description of this video, you'll find a link, my personalized exclusive link to Bybit, which you can use, and you should use it. It's both for new customers as well as old customers as well. Use it, open an account, deposit money into it, then go to the rewards hub and claim up to $4,100 in free bonuses that you can use for your own trading. My personal opinion, Bybit is one of the best platforms out there, one of the best liquidity, the best layout in general, and super comfortable and a super secure platform for trading. All right, so without any further ado, let's move right to the charts and take a look at what's going on right now. All right, so let's take a look at a short-term perspective right here in the hourly chart. So as you might remember from the previous video, and if you haven't watched it, please watch it right now. So we had this super beautiful squeezing happening in the hourly chart, and the market was anticipating a certain news to come out. I'm going to show it to you shortly. And it was a very important key market level from 41,700, which was formed right here. We finally squeezed it right here. We broke out, but then we broke below again. So at this point, I was still, I believe, in the short trade with my stop loss right about 43,000. But as soon as I saw something, which I'm going to show you right now, I closed my trade immediately with a very small loss that I showed here, so that I exactly show you what happened in terms of my trade, and I'm being as transparent as possible, and please leave me a like for that. So in this instance, again, remember that we were anticipating a drop going downward. So this squeezing right here, and we were anticipating the market going down and also breaking 40,500 on the way. It's not that very strong here, and going down potentially to about $38,000. So that was the idea. But let me explain exactly why that was the idea. Because the Fed actually scheduled an expedited meeting for Monday, for yesterday, and everybody was expecting and thinking that probably, just like in 2015, that Fed is going to increase the interest rates, and of course that would be, which would trigger a sell-off in the high-risk assets, and crypto being the biggest high-risk asset. So certainly we would see a drop and a technical one, and a lot of long liquidations here in this area as well, the ones who actually long the market from this area or this breakout right here. So there would definitely be a nice impulse going down, but it didn't happen, and it didn't happen for this reason. Let me show it to you right here. So here is this federalreserve.gov, and here is this board meeting, again, board meeting of February 14th from yesterday, which I said is going to be very important. So I hope that you've actually paid attention to this right here. And let's take a look right here. So this is very important. So basically, as soon as I saw this, I closed my trade because I thought that I knew that nothing is going to happen. So basically, the meeting was closed to public observation by order of the Board of Governors, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to bore you with the details, but they did not really disclose what happened during the meeting. And obviously, if they would have increased the rates, they would have disclosed it for sure, because it's very important. Since they didn't really, since they closed it to public observation, it means that they did not increase the rates. And obviously, this fear of rate increase disappeared for at least short term. They might decide to do it soon again, for sure, and they will. I mean, it's a big question whether they're gonna do it before the middle of March as they initially wanted, but nonetheless we still have time to think about it, basically. So, and of course, market did not break down since there was nothing has happened, and the rates were not increased like everybody was expecting, and so that's why we saw this breakout and going upward. So right in this area right here, I just closed my trade with a small and funny $50 loss, which is pretty much a break-even trade. Just paid the commission, and that's it, and like a $20 loss or something in total, which is absolutely fine. That's the way I love to do it, and that's why I told you that this is very important, and I hope that you've paid attention to this. Now, the big question is, if the Fed is not increasing the rates yet, and we have this technical breakout in the daily chart right here, which is actually looking quite nice, are we gonna keep riding the momentum of the technicals? And since we don't really have anything terrible happen yet, Russia did not invade Ukraine just yet, and basically Federal Reserve didn't increase the rates yet, so we still have some kind of positivity. And if we're gonna take a look at the fear and greed index, then we are in the neutral. Let me just renew this. We are actually currently in fear, but it's coming very close to neutral. So we actually could ride this technical breakout, and which is very interesting to see right now is going to be this level right here, which is 46,000. Well, in this case it's 45,700, but let's round it up to 46, which is very important. I'm going to show you why this is so important shortly. It actually coincides with many interesting aspects. Aspect number one being something that I've mentioned to you before, this head and shoulders pattern in the daily chart. So there's this shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and if we believe this structure, then once again our target could be quite massive. If we just measure it from the break of the neckline, the target could be at around $58,000 of just this head and shoulders, as long as we break 46,000. But let me show you exactly why 46,000 is so important. Let me just go to a fresh chart right here. I'm going to show you exactly why it's so incredibly important, and that's going to be visible in the weekly chart. So currently we are, and this is also very interesting, we're currently breaking this resistance right here, which has been quite important in the weekly chart. And again, if Federal Reserve would have increased the rates yesterday, we would most likely would have seen this kind of move down, and that's the one that I was betting on. And in this instance, since it didn't happen, we are actually breaking this important key rule. That's why it's so important. You know, the market sentiment and direction can change so fast, and you must be very fast to react and know this information. That's why subscribe to this YouTube channel right now. So, and basically we are breaking this, and if this weekly candle, again, we have so many days in this week to play out, so if we close in the weekly, this is going to be a very bullish sign. But besides that, we also must take a look at the EMA ribbon, and remember that, and why did I say that 46,000 is so important, that let's take a look at the last point of resistance in the EMA ribbon in the weekly chart is the 20 EMA, I believe, and it's right at around 46,000. $46,000. So if we're gonna push it real hard and close in the weekly chart above 46,000, that's gonna deploy the head and shoulders pattern in the daily chart, as well as this break of the MA ribbon in the weekly chart, which, as we can remember, whenever we were going above, it was a very, very bullish sign, just like we saw here, as well as bounce off of it here. So if we're going to be pushing through it right here, this is going to be an incredibly bullish sign for Bitcoin. Therefore, currently, for us to become really bullish and leave this whole bearish scenario behind for a short-term perspective, we need to break 46,000, which again is very, very close. So I would say personally that let's go back to Bitcoin USDT right here. Let's turn off the MA ribbon and see that it's really close. So it's right here. And once again, this head and shoulders pattern right now. So I believe that this is a very likely scenario unless Fed suddenly comes out and says, you know what, we just increased the interest rates to 0.25% or 0.5%, which could happen at any given moment. And that certainly is going to affect the direction of Bitcoin as any other high-risk asset. But at this time, if everything stays steady and we have these technicals and the break of 46, then our next target certainly is going to be 52,000, which is very important level from here. And then certainly 58,000 and off we go. But at this time, the most important one is 46, and then the next one is going to be $52,000. So keep all of these things in mind, as well as all the on-chain data, and let's hope for the best outcome. And actually, I called it yesterday, and do comment down below if you remember from yesterday's video that I said that this outcome would be the one that I would actually enjoy the most, because I have so much money in Bitcoin already that, you know, this short trade certainly would have given me some kind of a profit, but I would have lost more on the actual depreciation of Bitcoin. So I'm very happy that this is the situation, that's the way it played out, and that we are seeing this increase in potential attempt to break 46,000 at this time, which is incredibly important. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do let me know down in the comments whether you enjoy these kinds of videos, and if you do, I'll make as many of them as possible. And please smash up the like button right now if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much for all your support. Stay rich, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio!